All right, I'm going to be talking today about charcoal powder, specifically activated charcoal powder. And I'm going to demonstrate 3 ways that you can make it in order to be prepared for any sort of emergency that requires charcoal. Firstly, though, charcoal is used in the case of poisoning, whether it's indigestion, food poisoning, overdose, those sorts of things. You can drink it internally. That'll be my first demonstration. Secondly, you can use it in the case of insect bites, snake bites, and apply it topically, which is also what I'll be demonstrating. I also use charcoal to apply to wounds to keep them from getting infected. And lastly, but not leastly, you can also place it on an open saucer or plate in a room, and it'll begin to absorb smells and toxins and mold from that room. Our first demonstration is going to be charcoal water, and you just take a heaping tablespoon of charcoal powder and put it in a glass of water and mix it up. Charcoal powder is very messy. Be prepared to clean up your mess afterwards. But just like that. And enjoy. It does stain your teeth. It'll also come out black. Don't be alarmed. The next method is to use equal parts charcoal powder, oat flour, so just throw some oatmeal in a blender and blend it into flour. You can also do flax seed the same way, or you can use psyllium husk. But this binds it and makes it thick and keeps it from drying out. And equal parts water. So 1 to 1 to 1. All right, we're going to mix them together. We'll start getting a nice thick paste. Mix it thoroughly. Now, there's a couple things that you can do with this paste. Firstly, you can apply it directly to an insect bite and cover it with saran wrap. You want to leave it on there until the pain is gone or the itching is gone, and swap it out about every 4 hours. Apply a new one because it will absorb, and then you want to add a new poultice. The other method is to get a Ziploc bag. This one's a little big for the amount that we have, but you would just maybe double that recipe for the size of this Ziploc bag. But you want to get a Ziploc bag, and then you want to put the paste into the Ziploc bag and smooth it out. All right, just like that. Now, like I said, this bag is a little big for the amount that I had, but this is what you're gonna get roughly, okay? Maybe about 1/4 inch thick, maybe a little thinner in a Ziploc bag. And what you do with this bag, once you have it in there and you get all the air out and make it nice and smooth and flat, you can use a rolling pin. I just use my hands, and you can actually mix all these ingredients in the bag as well. Just pour everything in there and then mix it around with your hands, and then flatten it out. And then once you're done with that, you take it and you put it in the freezer, okay? And this will keep indefinitely. You have several of these in your freezer so that in case of emergency, you take it out, you run it under hot water for about 60 seconds and it'll thaw. And then you take scissors and you just cut the size of poultice that you need, okay? So for an insect bite, maybe I would cut something like this out, peel the plastic off both sides, and just apply it and then cover it with saran wrap, okay? Put the rest of it back in the freezer. It'll be just fine. So those are the 3 ways of using charcoal, of having some ready to go in case of emergency so that you're always prepared. If you have poisonings, if you have stings, if you have insect bites, it makes it really simple and easy. In this Ziploc bag especially, that method is one of my favorites. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope that you're able to prepare your kitchen for emergencies.